All right, the tour of Minnesota takes us to southern Minnesota here at the Roy Nystrom Arena down here in Albert Lea for exciting 10U action. SPL girls taking on a scrimmage of the Albert Lea Tigers. Game time puck drop was supposed to be 11:15. They're out practicing. They got about 30 seconds to go on the warm-up. SPL will be on the scrimmage and then be taking another D6 game as the regular season will be coming to an end this week. SPL taking on New Prague tomorrow at 1:10. Streaming off of Pee Wee B1 Lakers Navy squad. Boys are going to go to Regions on Friday, playing St. Paul at 4 o'clock at Shakopee for Regions. So, had a tough battle last night, losing to Edina White. And, but today's a new day and new tournament coming Friday, but we will shift our focus to SPL hockey. The 10U girls are sitting second behind Eden Prairie, and should hopefully with the win, I think we've secured the gold division for playoffs. Playoffs, as Jim Morrow would say. And girls are down there. They're playing music here at Roy Nystrom Arena here in the farmland of Albert Lea. So we'll be shortly here. Looks like starting lineups will be Bundy, Samuel, Rampart, and we'll have Ness, Samuel, Rampart. Defensive pairing is going to be Solberg and Peterson. Scarlett and net for SPL. And we're off. That puck comes back down to Solberg. Solberg trying to hit it up to the winger. Girls wearing the black. Looking like Los Angeles Kings wearing the black and silver. That puck's going to come right back to Ness. Now over to Rampart. Here comes Annie. Annie off the boards. Gets the puck up. We'll try to zoom in as best we can. Puck's down in the corner in SPL zone. Now back to Schaefer at the point. Puck's going to come right back out. Now an outlet pass. Here they come. Here come the Tigers. She loses an edge. Comes back over to Samuel. Samuel getting the puck up to Rampart. Going in for a change. Tigers gain possession. That comes back over to a Tiger. They get it in their zone. Good on sides. Here comes Bree. Here comes Shanka. Shanka with a nice pass across over to Bundy. Tipped. Comes back to Perez. Back down to Bundy. Bundy trying to get to Bree right out in front. Intercepted. Now here comes the Tigers as they move out of their zone. Puck off the boards. Comes back out the neutral zone. Tigers. Perez on pressure. Yuli gains possession. Here comes Yuli. Nice across-size pass over to Bree. That puck's going to be hit up in the neutral zone. Now into the Tiger zone. Maddie off the boards. Getting the puck over to Bree. Turnover, comes back over to Perez. It's going to be an offsides. So we'll have a face-off draw in the neutral zone. Scoreboard shows 13:12 on the clock. First period. Ness on the draw with Rampart and Samuel. Faceoff goes to SPL. Peterson getting the puck up with Samuel. Now it comes back into the zone of the Tigers. Comes back over. Here comes Samuel. Samuel hitting it. She's got Annie. Samuel with a shot. A good save on the goalie. Samuel still down there. Pressured, now it's going to come back over to Solberg. Solberg from the point. Solberg with a shot. Hide and right. Coach is yelling, hit the net, hit the net. That's going to stay in. Going to come over to Peterson. Peterson comes right over in front. Oh, went right through the 5-hole. Save, comes back over to Rampart. Now a pass right over, up in the front. Deflected, comes wide. Tigers gain possession. They break out. 3-on-1. Loses an edge. Deflection, good play by Ness. Puck off the boards. That's going to stay into the Tigers zone, I believe. And now it comes over to Shaka. Here comes Bree. Bree with some speed. Trying to figure out if it's Heather or it's Ryan that's got the speed. I'll give it to Heather. Puck over, comes back over to Maddie. Maddie hitting the puck into the neutral zone. Perez keeping that puck in. That's going to come back over to Schaefer. Schaefer getting the puck out. That's going to stay in. SPL battling. That's going to come right back out. I think they're going to call a no icing on that one. SPL pressuring. Good job by Bundy. Bundy down on the corner. Comes back to Maddie. Maddie with this shot. Turnover or deflected right out in front to a Tiger. That's going to stay in. Good job by Perez. Now that's going to come back out over to Schaefer. And they're going to let him play. No icing. Oh, they're going to call icing. Icing's the call. The ref seemed to blow it off, but the head ref back here called icing. Want to send some well wishes to Harper Henny. Get feeling better, bud. We look forward to you returning when you're feeling better. 11:08 to go, first period. Ness on the draw. Puck comes back over. That's going to go over to Peterson. That's going to come out of the zone. That's offsides. Rampart was off. So neutral zone face-off. Neutral zone face-off right outside SPL zone. Well, I guess they're going center ice. Face-off draw goes to SPL and Samuel on pressure. Now comes over to Peterson. Here comes Peterson with the shot. Oh, went off the stick. Little rebound right in front of the net. Nobody there. The puck comes back over to Peterson. Peterson off the boards. Comes back to Solberg. Solberg back over to Annie Rampart. Now that puck's going to come back over to Peterson. She gains possession. Off the boards over to Samuel. Samuel making some moves. And they hit the puck out. That's going to come back out to... it goes Schaefer. Schaefer with a shot, a save. Perez comes back on the ice. Puck comes back out in the neutral zone. I believe we're missing Hendrickson too, I think. Maybe. They're going to call offsides on that one as well. 10:02 to go. First period, shots on goal. 4 for SPL. 0 for Albert Lea. Face-off draw goes to SPL. Comes back to Maddie Knapp. Maddie hit the pucks. Ooh, hit the girl right in the midsection. She's down a little bit, but I think she's okay. Just like any hockey player, continues to play through the injury. Nice job by Solberg. Here comes Solberg. Here goes Brindley. Hits the skate. Comes back over to Bundy. Bundy over to Perez. Perez down the wall. Comes right over in front. Good save. And the goalie. Here comes the Tigers breaking out. We got a 3-on-2 forming. Shot off the side of the net. Comes back over to Shanka. Here comes Bree. Puck off the boards, gets the puck over to Rampart, but off her stick. Now turnover, gets the puck over to Shaka, who tries to hit the puck deep. Girls are not there. Peterson hitting the puck in. That's going to come over to Ness. Now she's poke checked. Comes back to Solberg. Solberg in the neutral zone over to Rampart. Here she comes. Here comes Annie. Got Ness right behind too. Comes back over to Emma Samuel. That's going to come out of the zone. It's offsides. We'll have to get back to onsides. That's going to be hit down into the zone. Good onsides. No icing. That puck comes back down. Now comes a turnover. Comes over to Ness. Ness making moves. Back over to Samuel. Samuel with the shot off the skate. Comes back over on the side. Good deflection. Ness getting the puck. Comes back to Peterson. Peterson with a shot. Blocked. Comes back to Ness. Ness on the board. She gets it deep. Annie's parked right in front of the net. Puck comes back down to the corner. SPL gaining possession, trying to keep it in the zone. Puck will come back to Ness. And that'll come out in the neutral zone. Neutral zone, Peterson gains possession. Now loses the puck. And a good back check by the girls. Peterson and Solberg, but they lose edges. They have some a girl right on post, right out in front, and almost tips into the net. Comes wide of the net. Emma Samuel's there, now off the boards. No SPL's there to gain the possession. Pressure by Perez. Shot comes off the skate, now comes over to Emma. Emma with some speed. Got a stick there, and there comes Emma. Emma with a shot, deflected. Gets back down into the corner. And now it's going to come back out. That's going to come over to Schaefer. Schaefer with some nice moves. There comes Ellie. Ellie hit the puck deep. Perez and Bundy on forecheck. Comes back over to Shanka right out in front. Tries to get it over to Perez, but that's going to come over. That's going to be a tip. Now a turnover. Now it's going to come back over on an SPL stick. Get the puck back to Maddie at the point. Gets past her. Schaefer's going to skate around her net. 6:29 to go first period. Still shotless for Albert Lea Tigers. Puck will come back over to Shanka. Shanka hits the puck in. Now Perez is down there. Comes Bundy. Bundy hits the puck in. Perez going in for a change. Bree had the puck. Passed it down on the side. Had some opening right in front of the net. Puck comes back over to Rampart. Now over to Shanka at the point. Shanka with the shot wide of the net. Back over to Schaefer at the point. Schaefer with a shot. Deflected right out front. Puck's going to come back down. That going to come over to Ness. Here comes Ness trying to make a move. She's got one on. Good move. Makes edge work. Cuts some corners. Comes back to Samuel at the wing. Samuel keeping that puck in. Comes back to Maddie at the point. Maddie hitting the puck in. And that's going to come back out. I think that's going to be that's a deflection. They're not going to call an icing call. Here comes Ellie. Ellie off the boards. Trying to get the puck up. No icing. Pretty solid rink here. Comes back over to Ness. It's going to come back over to Samuel down in the corner. Comes back over to Peterson. Now comes out to the neutral zone. SPL will have to retreat. Now it's going to be offsides. So we'll have a face-off at center ice. 4:41 to go first period. We'll have Bundy, Perez, and Shanka skating with 10 today. Comes back over to Solberg. Stolberg hitting the puck up. That puck's going to be hit outside in the neutral zone by a Tiger. And it should be icing, I believe. Yeah, they're going to call that one. Yep. Icing's the call. And we'll have a face-off draw inside the Tiger zone. Got 4:20 to go here, first period. So we'll have Bundy on the draw. Bundy gets the puck out, and that's going to come out to the zone. They'll have to retreat as the Tigers. Comes back to the neutral zone. A pass across, good pass. Now gets puck down. They're not going to call icing on that one. Here comes Peterson. Peterson off the sideboard, getting the puck out. That's going to stay in a Tiger zone. That's going to come back down to Peterson. Peterson off the boards, didn't get much on it. Comes back over. Now it's going to come to Perez. Interception right out in front. Tigers are there. Here comes Shanka. Turnover. And we got to move. Save. Comes back over in front and a goal. Rebound. Nobody home. Tigers score the first goal. They strike blood. Shots on goal are 7-2 in favor of SPL, but Tigers with the goal. 3:32 to go. Both teams appear to be skating 10 on 10. That puck's going to come back over. Got some announcing going on too. There's a turnover. Shot. Good play by Maddie on the deflection right out in front. Puck is down. 3:10 to go. Now it's going to be comes back to the point. Shot. Went a little wide of the net. Comes back behind. Schaefer has the puck. Here comes Ellie. Ellie making moves, but deflected. Gets a puck along the side. That's going to come out in the neutral zone. Had Annie come. That's going to be offsides. So a face-off draw will be in the neutral zone right outside the Tiger zone. 2:52 to go, first period. Appreciate everybody joining from wherever you're watching. Live from the Albert Lea Arena. Here we go. That's comes back to Emma. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Puck down, hit the puck in. Rampart's there. Ness is down there along with Samuel. Samuel keeping that puck in. Nice job, Emma. Let's get some shot on this. Deflection, traffic right on in front. Nobody wasn't able to connect on Rampart there. Puck comes back down into the zone. Now outside into the neutral zone. Samuel gains possession. That's a good onside for SPL. Emma's making a run. Comes over to Annie. Miss just hits wide. Knapp hitting the puck in. Back off the boards. Gets over to Samuel at the back door. Turnover. Comes back to Shaver at the point. Shaver with a shot. Oh, good save on the pad of the goalie. Puck's going to stay in the zone. Maddie keeping that puck in. That'll come back down to Annie. Annie making a move. Got Samuel comes back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. Oh, tipped on Samuel's stick on the shot of Maddie. That was a good attempt. Tipped it wide. Now Samuel gains possession. Comes around in front. Coaches wanted that one. Annie just missed that one. Comes back to Maddie. Shoot that, Mads. Maddie with a shot. Shoots. Save. Ness gains possession. Puck comes back to Maddie at the point. Now a turnover. Here comes the Tigers. Tigers gaining possession. That's offsides. Puck's going to come right back out. Here comes Mads. Maddie hitting the puck. So there's right to a Tiger. And they gain possession. Puck comes back into the zone. Comes Peterson. Peterson off the boards, over to Perez. Perez is going. Get some speed. Here we go. Puck is down. Comes right across on the boards. Just past Shanka, just past Peterson. Puck comes back down. Peterson has 2 girls on him, 2 Tigers. Off the boards, good play. Tries to get over to Shanka. Good deflection from Shanka. Puck is hit wide. Got 30 seconds to go. Here we go. We got Bundy and Solberg. Stay on sides. Comes back to Bryn. Shot. Comes back over in front. Oh. Shot wide of the net. Here comes the Tigers. Tigers looking for a move. Shot. Ooh, didn't miss by much on that one. Low wide. Puck will come back over. We got 5 seconds to go. Shot and a save, but that count wouldn't count. So shots on goal ending the first period, 10-3 in favor of SPL. We will be right back for period 2. Back for period 2. SPL find themselves down 1-0 at the end of first. And we'll have a face-off draw with Ness, Samuel, Rampart, Knapp, and Schaefer. Samuel gains possession, now a turnover. Puck will come back to the Tigers. Maddie off the boards, getting it up to Samuel. Here comes Emma. Emma breaking out. Let's go. Use some speed, Emma. Nice move, Emma. Let's go. Emma shoots. Just wide of that. Another shot. Save. Comes right out in front. Comes to Ness. Ness with a shot. Comes over. Rampart shoots and scores. Annie Rampart with the equalizer. 14:30 to go. Second period. Assists go to Samuel and Ness. That was a big momentum goal. So we'll have Shanka, Bundy, Perez. Here we go. Face-off goes over to Shanka. Shanka hits the puck up to Bundy. Nora hitting the puck in. Comes back to Yulee down the corner. Puck will come back down over to Bree Shanka. Perez is down there. That gets past them. They have numbers. 3-on-2 forming. Good job by Brinley to get that puck wide. Pressuring them. Now it comes over to Shanka. Shanka pressure. That's going to come back out, and that's going to come over to Perez. Bundy's there. Bundy's battling. Across the way. Comes back over to Bundy on her stick. Now a pass comes back over to Perez. Yep. 1 from 46 and 80. Official word. Here we go. We got Bundy. Bundy with the shot. And we'll have a save. So we'll have a face-off in the SPL zone. Going in for some change. 13:26 to go. Second period. Here, we'll pan it up here so you guys can see it. There we are. Here we go. Face-off draw goes to a Tiger. They're breaking out. Got to get back. Here she goes. Shot and a save. Puck will come back over to the side. Come back to the point. Shot wide of the net. Good job by Samuel getting back on the back check. That tip right over in front gets past Knapp. Rampart's down there. Puck comes back to the point. Shot. And off of Maddie's, I think it was Schaefer's skate. Somebody go. Far side. Here comes Ellie. Ellie trying to go coast to coast. Here comes Ellie. Oh, Ellie with a nice move. Shot. Oh, almost had 5-hole there. Good save by the goalie. Puck will come back down to Annie. Annie with the pass. It's going to go off the back of the net. And here comes the Tigers. They break out, and Peterson's out there. One shot just wide of the net. Comes off the boards. And comes right out in front. Shot wide of the net. Back behind. Comes back to the point. Shot deflected off of Peterson. Good play by Peterson. That puck is a turnover behind the net. Comes right out in front. Off of Perez's skate. And that puck's going to come over to Maddie. Here comes Maddie. Take it, Maddie. Go ahead, Mads. Take it. Maddie's pressured, but Maddie's hits the puck in, and then girls going for a change. That puck's going to come back down over to... Looks like a Tiger was hurt down in the corner. Here comes Perez. Perez trying to get the puck up. She's pressured by a Tiger. Comes across. Good play by Bundy. Here comes Bundy to Shanka. Comes back over to Peterson for the point. Peterson with a shot. Wide of the net. Perez's hit comes back down to Shanka. Shanka right out in front, getting the puck back over to the point where Solberg's there. Brindley with a looking for a shot. Brindley with a shot, just wide of the net. Didn't miss the post by much though. Comes back to Perez. Yuli with the shot, wide of the net. Comes back down. That's going to stay in the SPL zone. Brindley keeping that in. Now it's going to come back out to Peterson. Here comes Peterson. Peterson making a move off the boards, getting the puck over to Perez. Perez is getting the puck up. Now a turnover. That's going to come back down to a Tiger briefly. Comes back to Solberg. Solberg around the goal. Behind our net. Come back to Shanka at the... They're going to call icing on that one. Icing is the call. 10-12 to go. Second period. And we'll have a face-off inside the Tigers zone. Shots on goal are 15-3 in favor of SPL. So we'll have a face-off draw. Looks like Ness on the draw. Ness gets the puck over to Annie, who's got the equalizer tonight. The puck's going to come back over to the point. Comes back over to Samuel. Samuel gets the puck outside. Good play by Maddie. Getting that puck up. It's going to come back over. Here comes Schaefer. Almost said Samuel. She's poke checked. Schaefer has possession of the puck. Comes right behind the net. Got to send it up. Puck is down over into a turnover. That's going to be in the neutral zone. Comes back over to Maddie. Maddie Knapp gains possession. Takes her time. Gets the puck up. Now a turnover right at the front of the point. Scarlett didn't see that one. Here comes Schaefer. Nice move. That's offsides. We'll have a face-off draw right out in the neutral zone. 9:08 to go, second period. Bundy on the draw. So we'll have they're coaching him on the face-off here. Square him up. And face-off goes to SPL, down over to Bree Shaka. Bree with a nice pass over to Peterson with the attempt for Perez. Shot went off the blocker on Perez's shot. Now comes back over. A good play by, that could be a penalty. Ooh, got away with that one. Comes back over to Solberg. Bryn back over to Peterson. Peterson looking for an outlet. Comes back over to Shaka. Shaka's battling. Puck is hit. Comes back in. That's going to go to a Tiger in the SPL zone. That's going to come back out to a Tiger. Now here they come, a 2-on-3. That's offsides. Yeah. Offsides by a couple feet there. 8:27 to go. Second period. No changes on the line. We'll have a face-off draw. No changes. Bundy on the face-off. Comes back to Shaka. Now back to the point of the Tigers. Lakers are SPL. First time I've ever said that in this streaming these games. SPL is gaining possession. Here we go. Now a turnover. Comes back over to Bryn. Here comes Solberg. Bryn's got that's a good onside. She's taken down a shot. No penalty. Comes back to Perez. Shaka's got it. Deflected on the outside of the boards. Now it's going to come back over to Peterson. Peterson off the boards. Got to go get it. Puck's going to come back down. Here they come. And a goal. Went right in on Scarlett on the backhand and scored. Albert Lea scores number 2 on the day. 4 shots on net total for them. So SPL will regroup. Ness on the draw, trying to get the puck over to Rampart. Annie skates past the puck. Back over to Samuel. Good pass, cross ice, over to Annie. Annie, unassisted goal. Here comes the Tigers breaking out. This is who they need to stop right here is 13. Puck comes back over. Oh, almost went 5-hole on Scarlett. Puck will come back over. Good play by Annie. Annie gains possession, gets the puck in. Now comes back over to Ness in the neutral zone. Here comes Schaefer. Here comes Ellie. Ellie's poke checked. Comes back over right in the middle. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer getting the puck up and off of a Tiger. Now gets over to Andy Rampart. Here we go. Pass over to Emma. Puck comes back down to Maddie. Maddie right across over to Emma. Just past her. Emma with a shot. Comes behind the net. SPL, the puck is behind. Emma's going over there. Puck down off the boards. Comes back to Ellie right in front. Blocked. Here comes the Tigers breaking out. Puck is down over to Rampart. 5:45 to go. Off the boards. Puck will come back down into Tiger zone. Going for a change. Ooh, good shot. Went off the pad of Scarlett. Puck will be hit deep. Puck will come right back out. Here comes the Tigers. Comes right out in front. A shot wide of the net. Let's go, Maddie. Take it, Mads. Go, Maddie. Go, Mads. Here comes Maddie Knapp on the breakaway. Shot. Went over the net. It's okay. Got to get that low. Oh, there's a goal. Shoots and scores. I'm going to say that was Emma, but I think it was a deflection somehow. We'll see who they score. Who do they give that one to? I think it was Emma Samuel on the goal. It might have been deflected off of a skate or something of a Tiger. Regardless, the equalizer. Two's here to report with 4:34 to go here, second period. So here we go, SPL on the face-off draw. Yep. Yeah, unassisted. Comes back over to Peterson. Peterson hits the puck in, comes over to Rampart. Now that going to come back over to Solberg. Solberg hits the puck up to Rampart. They hit the puck in. Puck is down. Over in the corner, here comes the Tigers. They break out of the zone. Yeah, this girl right here is good. Save by Scarlett. That girl's been all over the ice today. 13 on white. Here comes, I think it's 13 and 9, I'm going to say. Now 4. Shot. And a goal. Upper left corner on Scarlett. 3:35 to go here, second period. Albert Lea Tigers up 3-2. Face-off draw, Bundy on the draw, and it comes back over to SPL. Maddie hits it over on the corner. Deficit down 3-2. Puck is back down in the Tigers zone. Ellie Schaefer, he's there. Ellie with a backhand pass trying to get the puck out. That's going to come back over to Schaefer. Schaefer with a nice move, getting the puck up to, here she comes with some speed. Here comes Ellie. Ellie making some moves. Ellie with a shot and a save. So face-off will be in the SPL zone. 3:03 to go, second period. And we'll have Ness on the face-off draw with Samuel Rampart, Schaefer, and Knapp. Maddie keeps that in. Maddie with the shot, comes back over to the side. Maddie hits it down to Annie. Oh, she almost hit that in. She tripped and the puck hit the post. Here we go, face-off draw, Ness on the draw. Going to come back over to a Tiger on the boards. Solberg keeping that in. Ness is there. That's going to come back over to Solberg. She's poke check. Now it's going to come back out. Oh boy. Whew. Got lucky on that one. Took a gamble. Comes back over to Annie. Annie's poke check there. That puck's going to come back over. It's going to be down, and that's going to be an icing call. So Ness will be on the draw. Comes back over to a Tiger. Comes back to Emma Samuel's stick. Oh, Emma's tripped. Yeah, they're going to call a tripping call on that one. So we're going to go on a power play for SPL. We'll have a face-off draw. This will be Bundy on the face-off draw. And we'll have Shanka, Perez, Peterson, and Solberg on this power play unit. We're getting on Bundy with the squaring up of the face-off. Now we're looking at giving. There we go. Face-off goes back down behind the net. And that puck is down over where Bundy's at. Bundy gains possession. That's going to come back over. Nobody home. And here comes the Tigers with the move. Shot over the net. Puck will be along the boards here. Officially hit the 140 mark. We're on the power play, SPL. Let's go. Here we go. Here comes Bundy. Bundy's pressured. Comes back over to Peterson. Nice move by Peterson. Estelle. That puck's going to come back down. Off the boards, gets the puck up. And that's going to be off of Bree. They're going to hit that in. Again, back over to Bree. Now back over in the neutral zone. Perez is there. They hit the puck out. Too many. Or they're going to call offsides. Offsides is the call. I believe center ice will be the face-off. 1:07 to go in the period. 27 seconds to go on the power play. Premature move by Ness, but Ness wins the face-off. Here comes Ness on the boards with some speed. Gets the puck up over to Rampart. Good play by Ness. She gets the puck down. We're right up in front. Oh, comes back over in the skates over to Rampart's there. And that's going to stay in the zone. Now it's going to give back. Here comes the Tigers. Get the puck wide, gets back over to Samuel. Comes back over to Schaefer. The power play is over. We got 31 seconds. That's going to stay in the zone. Now it's going to go. We got Emma going. Let's go, Emma. Take it. Good play by Emma Samuel. Emma, back check. Hits the puck in. SPL forechecks. Hits the puck back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. Went off of a Tiger. And now deflected on Schaefer. They gain possession. We got 3 seconds to go in the period. And that'll be, period will be over. So end of the period, shots on goal, 19-9 in favor of SPL. And score is 3-2 here. And we'll have a minute on the clock as the girls regroup. And we'll be back for period 3 action. Appreciate everybody joining. Back to period 3. I see some sunlight in Punta Cana in the parents thread. Hope that's a fun vacation. Much better than snow and cold here. Peterson and I had a safety meeting in the parking lot. Might have been the coldest beer I've ever had. So we're back to period 3, and puck will be down into SPL's or in the Tigers zone. Going from right to left on your streaming dial. Puck comes back down behind the net, Solberg. Puck comes back over to a Tiger. They shoot the puck down. Just got to get it out. Peterson off the plexiglass out in the neutral zone. Ooh, backhand right into the neutral zone, back to their wing. Oh, man. Oh, they're going to call that? They both, okay. They're going to give Bundy a penalty. So the Tigers will be on a power play. SPL having a penalty kill. And we will have Knapp, Schaefer, Rampart, and Samuel out. Minute 30 on the clock on the penalty. Here we go. Face off goes back down to a Tiger. Tiger hits it out in the neutral zone. Calling tripping call. Shot wide of the net. Coming back down low. Samuel's there. That puck's going to come back out to the neutral zone. The Tigers will have to retreat. Girl loses an edge. And comes back over. They gain possession. They're in the box, in their zone. Good on sides. Now comes back right off on the skate and the stick. Comes back behind the net. Now hits off the boards. Off behind the net. Comes back over to Schaefer. Schaefer back over to the point. Good save on that one. So we'll have a change of pairings. Ness, Perez, Solberg, and Peterson are the 4. 42 seconds to go on the penalty kill. And then we'll have, let's see, face-off draw goes to a Tiger. Down behind the net, comes back behind the net. Tigers gain possession, now outlet, tries to get over it. Good play by Perez with the interception. Puck will come back down over, and that's going to come over to Solberg trying to get that puck. Got poke checked. It's going to come back down. Here comes over to Solberg getting the puck out. They'll have to retreat. Got about 10 seconds to go on the penalty to Bundy in the tripping. Estelle loses an edge. Now that puck will get back deep into SPL zone. SPL back to full strength. Oh, good shot from the point, a good save. Power play is, or penalty kill has been sustained. No goal. Back to 5-on-5 action. That's going to come back over to Perez. Tip that out. That's going to come back over to Solberg. Brindley off the boards. Here she comes. Has the puck. Gets it low. Comes right over in front. Turnover. Tried to get over to Bundy right down the middle of the. Now we got to get back. 3-on-1. She comes right around. Backhand wide of the net. Had an open net. Here comes Bundy. Bundy right across. Comes over to Annie. Here comes Annie. Bury this, Annie. Oh, shot. Wide of that. Comes right out front. Bury it. Oh, right over on Bundy's stick. Almost had that one, too. That's going to come back over to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to keep that puck in. Had the chances there, right there. Just a couple bad bounces there out there, but we had some opportunity. Puck will hit back down in the zone. SPL going in for a change. Samuel's down there on the forecheck. She gains possession, gets it over to Shanka. Bree with the shot. Oh! Bounced right out in front, had a slight rebound. And that'll come back over in front. Samuel on pressure, trying to get that puck in. That's going to be offsides. So a face-off draw outside of the SPL zone. Here we go, face-off draw. Ness on the draw. Gets the puck in, comes to a Tiger. Now off the boards, back over to Schaefer. Good play by Ellie. Here comes Ellie. She loses the puck. Turnover in the neutral zone. That's going to come back over to Ness. Actually, my apologies. Going to go over to Schaefer. Now over to Perez. Perez getting the puck in. We've got two girls right out front, parked right in front of the net. Nobody there. Here comes a Tiger making a move. Good save. Shot wide of the net. Puck is off the boards, but a turnover. Nobody home. Comes back over to Ness. Ness trying to get the puck out. That's going to stay in the Tigers zone. The puck's going to come back over to Maddie. Maddie hits the puck off the zebra. Turnover. Here comes Bundy. Bundy and Ness. 9:45 to go. That's good. No! Called it offsides on that one. 11 shots on goal, 21-11 in favor of SPL. 9:42 on the clock. Puck is a battle, comes over to a Tiger. Emma's there. That puck's going to come out to the neutral zone over to Shanka. It's on her stick. Shanka's gaining possession. Now off the board, she loses an edge. Good play by Bree on the forecheck. Puck's off the boards. We got to get this. Good save on Scarlett. She doesn't have it. And that puck's going to be hit to the side of the net. Off the boards, comes back to the point. On the skate. Off the boards, up to Samuel. Let's go, Emma. Emma making a move. That's going to stay in. That's a good onside. That's going to come back out to Solberg. Solberg hits the puck deep. Comes Bree on the forecheck. Now off the board is going to get to Peterson. Peterson, a shot from the point, wide of the net. Girls are going in for it. Annie Rampart's there. That's going to come back out into the neutral zone. That's going to be an icing call, I believe, and it will be. So we'll have a face-off draw in the SPL zone. Ness, Bundy, Perez, Knapp, and Schaefer. And face-off draw. Ness wins the face-off draw. Gets it back over to Schaefer at the point. She doesn't have the puck. She has possession. Hits the puck down just past Perez. Now off the boards. And that's going to come back out over to Schaefer. Schaefer making some moves. She's got speed. Let's go, Ellie. Take it. Ellie right out in front. Poke check right out in front. That's going to come to Bundy at the point. Nora with the shot. Deflected. That's going to come back over to Ellie. Ellie with an off. That's going to be an offsides. Face-off goes over to SPL, comes over to Samuel. Samuel hits the puck in. She still has game possession. Good shot just wide of the net. Emmy's shot. Emma shot. Comes back to Maddie. Maddie with a rip and a glove save. Go Rampart on the draw. We're working on the face-off. We got to square up on the face-off. So we'll have they're just giving them some coaching lessons here, which is awesome. 7:26 to go. Rampart on the draw, gets back down over to a Tiger, gains possession. Puck comes back over on the corner. Here comes the Tigers, they break out. They skate right around, a shot, deflected. Comes back over to Solberg. Solberg with the turnover. Comes right on the back door, nobody there, nobody home. Comes back to Samuel. Let's go, Emma. Emma with a nice move. She needs help. So we'll come back to Peterson at the point, gets past her. Good move by Peterson. Good on sides. Comes over to Annie. Annie with a shot and a save. 6:39 to go, third period. We're short shifts and getting the girls going. 3-2 here. We'll have a face-off draw in the SPL zone. Gets tied up. That puck's going to come back to the point. Comes back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. Tried to get over to Bundy. Or maybe it was just a shot wide of the net. Girls are there. They hit the puck in. Perez on forecheck. Back over. Bundy right over in front. Nobody home. Go get that, Mads. Maddie with a shot. Another shot. Wide of the net. Comes back over. Gets back down. Now it's a turnover. Bundy's down there. Off the boards. That's going to come back over to Maddie. Maddie's going for the puck. That's a good onside. Shot and a save. 5:56 to go, third period. We're due to get one here. I can feel it. And I also believe in miracles. Comes back over to Schaefer. Schaefer with the shot from the point. And that was a turnover. Comes back over to the Tigers as they gain possession. Now a good play by Bundy. Here comes Bundy and Perez. Bundy with the shot and a stick save. Another face-off draw will be in the SPL zone. We'll have Samuel, Rampart, Shaka, Solberg, Peterson at D. And here comes Rampart. Face-off draw. Good face-off. Gets down over to Shanka. Comes back to Peterson at the point. Estelle hitting the puck down. And it comes down to Samuel. Annie getting the puck back over to Perez at the point. Perez with a shot. Yes! Shoots and scores! I don't know if that was Rampart or if that was Samuel. I'm going to give it to Samuel. But that's a goal by Emma or Samuel that the apple will go to Peterson from the point and either Annie or Samuel. So we'll see what the official scoring is. 34 on the apple. And I'm going to say Rampart with the other apple with 80 getting the goal. That was a big goal by Emma. We'll have Rampart on the draw. Let's go get it again. It was that easy. Let's do it again. Here we go. Peterson on the draw. Peterson loses the possession, loses an edge, and they have a 2-on-1 forming. Yep. Let's go, Bryn. Puck's going to come back over to Rampart. Here comes Annie. Annie with a nice move. Shot comes right out in front. Yes! Shoots! Scores! Emma, goal number 2. Let's go, Emma. Here we go, official. 27 shots on goal to 11. SPL with the goal. That is a great song and a great movie. You can always talk to me, Goose. And we can always launch that sucker. Yeah. Yeah, they're looking for the scoring here. Or is it Talk to Me, Rooster? All right, we're getting ready. 4:53 to go in this final 5 minutes. And we'll have a face-off draw. Ness, Shanka. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Ness, Bundy, and Perez. Another shot right out in front, and she has a save. Nice little rebound right out in front. 4:42 to go, third period. Girls are now buzzing. That face-off is going to go to Ness. Comes back to Maddie at the point. Maddie with the shot deflected off of Perez's stick. That's going to come back over. Maddie keeping that puck in. Maddie with the shot off of Ness. Perez trying to get the puck over to Bundy. Unsuccessful. Now comes back out to the neutral zone. I think these girls put it in the afterburner. Here we go. Comes back over to Schaefer. Schaefer making a move. She's got Perez. He looks up. Schaefer with the shot wide. Had Perez on the back door. Wide open lane from Perez. Now we got to get back. She loses an edge. Go behind the net. Schaefer off the. She's going to skate it out. Let's go. Look up. Look up. Across. Schaefer still has the puck. Tries to get over to Perez. Comes back over to the corner. And that puck's going to stay in the zone of SPL. Now down over to Ness, who lost an edge. Officially hit the 3:20 mark in the third period. Oh, what a play. Good play by Peterson. Comes back over to Rampart, and she hits it over to Bundy. And just past Bundy, but Bundy had a lane. And Annie's right there. That puck's going to come back over onto a over to a Tiger. Now it's going to come back out to the neutral zone. Here we go. We got Bundy. Bundy across. Nora keeping that puck in. That puck is hit down. Bundy, Rampart, and Shanka are there. Breeze trying to get the puck. Gets the puck back down to Brindley. Solberg hitting the puck down. And that's going to be in the skate of Shanka. Now down to Annie Rampart. Annie right out in front. Deflected off of a skate of a Tiger. And that puck's going to come back down to Solberg. Now, we got to get back. Got to get back. Got to play smart. Good play by Samuel. Samuel with the shot. Another shot from the side. That puck's going to be off the boards. Gets the puck back over. It's going to come out to Samuel. Samuel with a pass across over to Solberg. Hit that buck deep. There you go. Go in and get it. Girls going for a change. Samuel stays on. Solberg, Peterson also stay on. Nice job by Emma. Emma loses an edge. No penalty on that. And that's going to stay in. That puck is going to be down. We've hit the 130 mark. Be smart, girls. Be smart. Now that puck's going to come back down. Kill some time. 1:25 to go. I'd imagine they'll be pulling their goalie. Here comes Peterson. Peterson with a nice move. Peterson with the shot. Deflected wide of the net behind. Comes back to Perez. Perez right out in front. Pass to Bundy. Just missed her. Deflected wide of the net. Good attempt on the pass. 1 minute to go. Third period. 1 minute. Peterson gains possession. Gets the puck over to Solberg. Here comes Bryn. Brindley with the shot. Oh, what a save. 52.4 to go. Shots on goal officially are 28-11 in favor of SPL. So we'll have Shanka at center with Rampart and Samuel, Knapp, and Schaefer at D. Shanka trying to win the position. She does. Gets it back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. Deflected. Comes back down over to Samuel. Samuel's had a hot stick tonight. That puck's going to come right back out. They're pulling the goalie. Here we go. They're pulling her. Empty net. Empty net. Puck goes out. They're 6-on-5. They pulled the goalie. That's going to come back over to Tiger. Tiger in the neutral zone. That's going to be a turnover. Oh, it's offsides. Yeah, it's offsides. Empty net. 6-on-5 for the Tigers. We got 16 seconds to go in the period. Face-off draw, then goes back to Maddie. Maddie hits the puck deep, or tries to. Comes back over. That's going to come back to Maddie at the point. Offsides. They moved. Yeah, they didn't start the clock on that one. There was only 3 seconds to go off of the clock on that one. All we got to do is set it deep. That's all we got to do. Shanka Shanka loses the draw. The puck comes back to a Tiger. That's going to stay in the zone. Now it's going to come back out. Now we got to get back. It's a good back check by the girls. Nice. That'll end the game. SPL victorious here at Roy Nystrom Arena here in Albert Lea on the scrimmage. Want to tip the hats to the Tigers for a great game. Officially, shots on goal are 30-13 in favor of SPL. And we'll go with the traditional handshake right there. Appreciate everybody joining. And safe travels internationally as I see some warm weather in the parent chat. So until then, we'll be live from New Prague tomorrow as the SPL girls will play New Prague. So and I believe that's at 1:10 at New Prague. So we'll be live at New Prague Arena. And until then, we'll see you later. Go SPL. Have a great afternoon.